Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Roxy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Roxy's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we're working with her, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Miss Roxy has been fitted with her own personal training collar, and we will show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Roxy is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is proper walking on a leash. Fred and Roxy take off doing that now, and the command that you're going to use is Roxy heel, and you're going to start walking, and Roxy should fall in line walking nicely at your left heel position. She should not be lagging behind on that leash, nor should she be pulling ahead and lunging on that leash. She should be keeping at your pace, whether you're walking at a fast pace or a slow pace. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit, which you just saw occur. So anytime that you're out walking with Roxy and you stop, she should sit nicely at your left heel position. Very nicely. Good girl. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm an inch or so in front of her muzzle and the one-word command to stay. You're then going to walk out to the end of your training leash. Now Roxy should remain seated in this position and should not break command throughout the entire command. Now the long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, starts at 1 minute, and you'll increase your intervals over time, working up to 3 minutes. You want to make sure that you're practicing this command frequently throughout your day to help build up Roxy's ability to sit and stay for longer periods of time. When Fred returns back, he walks all the way around her, behind her, returning so that she is on his left-hand side in heel position. Great job. And they'll demonstrate the heel sit and stay for you again. It is very important, as you just saw Fred bend down to give her a little pet there to let her know she did a good job. When you're working her through her commands and she's completing them appropriately for you, let her know so by either giving her physical praise by petting her or verbally praising her by telling her she's doing a good job.
Stay.
Lots of positive reinforcement. So Fred leaves her another sit stay and walks out to the training leash. He's going to give her a moment to hold her sit stay, and then they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command. And for this command, you're going to use her name to call her into you.
Roxy, come.
She should come in and sit right in front of you. Very nicely done. And you return her to heel position by heeling her around the back of you, where she returns to your left-hand side, and she should again sit nicely, waiting for her next command, and they're going to go ahead and demonstrate that again. So leave her in a sit stay, walk out to the end of your training leash, give her a moment or so to hold that sit stay. Call her in using her name. You can use that leash to reel her in so that she comes directly in front of you if need be. And then around the back of you, returning her to your left-hand side where she sits nicely. Very well done. Now when Roxy comes home, you want to make sure that you're practicing her commands with her, both indoors as well as outdoors, so that you're generalizing her commands in both environments. And at first, you want to make sure that you're picking an area with no distractions, such as this video here where it's nice and quiet in here and they can focus one-on-one. Then over time, you'll slowly start to increase your amount of distractions into your training sessions. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. Again, you're going to use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command when she's down and walk out to the end of your leash, the same that you did with the long sit stay. Now with the long down stay and when you're practicing at home, you're going to start at 3 minutes and increase your time intervals working up to 5 minutes. Again, this is another great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up Roxy's ability to down stay for longer periods of time. You can practice your sit stay or your down stay at home when you're cooking dinner, washing dishes, folding laundry, watching TV, anywhere where you can leave her training collar and leash on.
No.
She went to get up a little bit, so Fred just repeated the command and put her back in a down. Again, anywhere we can leave her leash and collar on her and put her in a sit stay or down stay. And the reason you leave your leash and collar on is so that way if she breaks command, you can give her a correction. So Fred returned back, walking all the way around. If you noticed, when she started to break the command, the first words out of Fred's mouth were no. You want to make sure that anytime she breaks any command, you tell her no first thing, then repeat the command and make sure that she follows through. We demonstrate that down again from the heel position. He's going to give her a moment to hold the command, her down stay, and then he's going to demonstrate the recall or the come one command again for you from the down position.
Roxy, come.
Good girl. She gets up, comes right in front of him, sits nicely. Such a sweetheart. Good girl. As you can tell, Roxy's a little bit more open to her commands and a little more excited about doing them. So when you're working Murphy, just use a little bit extra positive reinforcement for him just to keep him motivated. Now this command that they're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. Leave her in a sit stay for this command and walk out to the end of the leash. Again, give her a moment to hold her sit stay so you can practice that as well. And then use your right hand to give her the down command from the end of the leash. Good girl. Fred returns back. We've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Roxy has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Roxy, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.